Greetings, loved ones. Welcome to now. Let's take a moment to acknowledge our soul, our conscious, breathing in through the soul center, expanding through the heart, breathing in, envisioning light flowing through our spine, through our vessels, through our beautiful, bright creations that we exist as. Cleaning the energy, preparing us for these readings that are coming now. Breathing in through the heart, conscious. Breathing through the expansion of the vessels as the soul light shining, being bright, beautiful bliss, remembering the parts that are happy. So to begin, the card, the Empress, came through, the 3. And within the image, there is a beautiful dove, blue jays, hummingbirds, crows, owls, slitherings, plenty of roses, sacred nourishments from our womb we call home, you may call earth. Some may say Gaia. I say the womb. The beautiful vibrancy of the yellow and the red, amarillo y rojo, and the verde, the green. The ripeness of the colors in the skies are gold and light. Waves of heavenly bliss pouring in, plenty, massive fruitfulness. Weiss, with the owl bringing in the reminder of wisdom, with the blue jay, the reminder of communication and integration as well, with the crow, the ancestry, with the hummingbird, chuparosa, love, with the dove, pure love, sacred union. The roses of the colors, yellow is for heart healing, friendships, and the reddish orange has to do with healing love, healing that integration, and the green is plenty, as well as the fruit, the bounty of the fruits present. With the slithering, it's being able to get through places and function, acknowledging the blessings and embracing them. Take a moment to shake them. No, not yet. So while I'm waiting to see who wants to have a reading or who pays first to get the readings, I will pull some cards for 1 through 3. That one is the message for us, who that's for. I have different types of decks here. One of the ones that I have, it's not the complete one, it's different versions, is my own that I've created. I've created my own deck, yeah. It's very special. I even make posters with them. So I intentionally went out because I'm a model. And I had the photographer, I even made him pose with me. That's the photographer. I talked him into putting on my skirt as a cape. He's like, doesn't like the color red on it. I was like, I'll make it look cool. I promise, you know. This one's nice. It says, heaven is present, experiences are improving. I created these arts with our images. The Hierophants represented as Jalevi when Jalevi's hair was 16 feet long. And that image actually took said that photo was done by a special type of photographer who pretty much had him stand there for like I think like 8 hours for the photo, but they took moments in between and he went back into the position. He stood there for a long time. I should interview him about that, because that's dedication to have a photo. So the photo specifically is supposed to pick up the energy, and Joe Levi has represented the Hierophants in the past. You can see a difference now. He's cut off all those, put them in a happy place. All right, so that's those ones. Oh, this one came out. These two flipped over on their own. Page of Cups and Strength. Wow. So if you chose number 1, we're going to do 1 through 3, or as high as I decide to go. Hi, loved ones. Show strength. Trust and believe that you have it in you to push through what seems like obstacles, to push through and trust. Some say have faith, trust and believe that you are not alone. There are many footsteps beside you. There's a beautiful painting that I really love and I enjoy. It's the one of walking on the sand and having the footprints of Isa beside. You each have different names for our beloved ones. But it's also many who love us and walk with us. Some who fly. With the Page of Cups, it's acknowledging the effort, the energy placed into motion that has to do with multiple attempts. It's coming to bring life and blessings. It's coming in to bring purity and healing into the heart center, to the acknowledgement of one's self-worth. So with the strength, keep pushing. Believe, trust. With faith, you can move mountains. All right, let's see, which other ones do I want to bring forward? This one actually did come by me, but I am sitting right next to that pile, so I'm not going to just keep pulling those ones right now. I think I'm going to open up the book for shows working on the integration of accepting what exists around you. Perhaps you're in an area where there's disasters and you are so concerned for your life and the safety of you and your loved ones, or your loved ones where they are. There's many things occurring globally right now, and it's very important to embrace the positives through the storms. When the waters are high, the winds are strong, fires, they roar, the shakes of the earth as they quake. The integrations of those having not, and the disasters of battlefields. We have to acknowledge that if you chose the number 2, there's an opportunity coming, something that you can do to help. And I see you getting on your knees, and I see you crying. And I see you opening up your heart consciously to acknowledge what you're ready to see come into fruition, that you feel is urgent and immediate. Try to do the things that are necessary in ways that are peaceful, in ways that are healing, in ways that are loving. And that will be acknowledged to turn that around. It shows 2 of Scrolls, as if you're in 2 different worlds, as if everything has changed, and it really has. Drastically, in beautiful ways too. And when we acknowledge the beautiful, amazing parts, the bliss of finding new loved ones, ones who we can call family, acknowledging, hey, we're here together and we're going to do something about it. I see a connection, since you chose number 2, the integration of working together. It's a collaborative experience. It could be through music, it could be through business, it could be through projects, assortment. If you're doing broadcasts and you're also contributing content to others or sharing messages that are important to them. Remember, collaborations are very important. The integration of a higher consciousness of collectiveness can save lives, and it can help save you too. The other shows that the chess game is over, but you have to acknowledge that. It shows a feeling of not being on track right now, and I think that has to do with feeling like you're in two different places and things have all changed. You're used to stability, and it's really a lot to experience as a being to have that occur. But do not feel like it's a your fault thing. You're growing through your journey too. And there's so many who are working through the integrations. It's not just you. So don't be so tough on yourself, okay? Just pick yourself up, wipe off your knees, and keep having faith, keep believing, keep loving, keep trying, keep pushing yourself to get up and be happy when you get up, when you wake up. Be happy that you're breathing. Be happy that you can walk, or you can talk, or you can hear and see. When you're not in pain, when you get to experience beautiful moments with loved ones, or the way the sky looks, the way it smells and the air is so clean, the way the water is pure. Find the blessings in the midst of sorrows, and you will be content. This one came over again. I realized that I'm like sitting right next to the pile, but look, like, okay. Shows go outside. Shows number 3. Shows with Cordelia. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Oh my gracious heavens. Let me just focus on this for a moment and turn off that one. I want to do guitar. My guide said don't do any of them right now. But that one sounds so pretty. I'll do it for number 4. Okay. Because I love having I make the music. So I can continue to like not have copyright infringement. Okay, so it says, you have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. That's really interesting. In the image, it shows two fae with a beloved with a crown of flowers upon the hair. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be doing this on, I think it's Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. So excited to lead this parade in San Francisco. But I'll have a crown of orange carnelians or carnations on my hair. And I'm making my own dress. I'm a fashion designer too, but I don't do it for others the same, unless of course they pay me a lot of money to do it for them, because I work very sacredly. I sew by hand. And I add crystals, and I'm also an artist. I got into the Academy of Art College in San Francisco, so I'm a painter. I can paint too. I'm an amazing artist. I do a lot of things that are important to me for what I feel I'm supposed to do. So for myself, because I perform so much, I have to make my own costumes. And because I'm leading, and it's very sacred, like I have to do a lot of work in my clothing, so I have to make sure that I can feel comfortable, it's appropriate. Like when I go out, I usually wear very long, elegant skirts that go to the ground, and I wear high heels so that I don't ruin my skirts. You know, and then I cover, like I wear hijabs, I cover the hair. I'm very protected. I have bodyguards, so people can't just come up and touch me. I'm very loving. Like I love to hug, but I don't just hug everybody. Like it's too much to do energetically when I have to be of action and I'm in the midst of working. So yeah, I'm excited. So this reminds me of myself when it says go outside, because I've come out of like bed rest. I do go outside to work and do things to function, but to go outside and actually go outside to pick fruit and to enjoy being in the garden and walking and breathing in with the trees, you know, the world around us. It's very important. And when I do, I notice that I feel so much better inside my heart space. Like I have fruit in our room. I'm letting it get ready so I can nourish with them. But I gather the fruit, and when I do, I take moments to look around at the sky and to listen to the birds and to talk to them too. You know, I see bearded dragons and dragonflies in my garden. A lot of different types of birds come to visit. Just yesterday we had a vulture. 2 days ago we had a vulture visit. That was exciting. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah. Um, and it's so beautiful to appreciate love that and to look in the distance and see the mountains that I've climbed, like the Black Diamonds and Mount Tamalpais. Like I can see all of that from here, and it's beautiful. I feel so loved and blessed. And we have to take moments to go outside, to find something beautiful, something that inspires us. Go find food. Go on a foraging hunt. Honestly, like if you don't have a fruit garden in your garden or food garden to go gather, go on a journey. Go find, like they have maps on your apps that can show you where you can get pure food that's just growing out there, like totally legally. You can actually get it. I'm sure, especially right now, people would love if you went and gathered their fruit and their vegetation if you're in California or the United States, because otherwise, what's going to happen to them? But they'll rot. It'll just be a bunch of rot. So I'm sure that they're pretty easy to get for free right now. So go on a foraging hunt, please. That's if you chose number 3. If you chose number 4, I'm going to use my intuition. Oh, that's right. I wanted to use that one too, though. And that one. Shows that you went through the crossroads. That you had to journey through different types of addictions, different things that were poisoning you. Could have been audibly, visually, communicatively, or what you were taking in and consuming. And I'm really seeing that somebody was also consuming different types of pills, and that your body was getting dehydrated on the inside, and you really had to work on you thought like detoxing is great, but it's too acidic in there. So trying things like roots, like orris root or the lily root, really nourishing. Langshi, which is reishi mushroom, as well as chaga and turkey tail, could be perfecto for the inside of the body. To rebuild the probiotic or the tummy biome is important, especially if you've taken medications for a bit. Like I can't even take medications like that because I'm vegan. I don't eat much food as it is, and I can't take that kind of stuff. I would vomit it within seconds. My body would be like, bleh, no thank you. So I give birth without medication. Like I'm one of those that I just like breathe through it. I'm not even crying or screaming. I know what's happening to my body, and I'm just like, okay, let's do it. And only one shriek, and that's when the head comes out, and the rest of it's easy. A little bit too much info. The next one is 10 of Wands. So since you work through that addiction and that crossroad and those emotions of, well, I've been through that and I'm going to maneuver through it. But the reality is that what took that to get through that crossroad experience is the 10 of Wands, which is hard work. Hard work and very little play. Hard work. That's like pushing yourself to the limit, like beyond the limit. We're talking you wake up, you function. Throughout the day, function. Go to before bed, function. Go to bed, function. Wake up, function. And it takes hard work. It takes a lot of tender, loving care as well. So you have to take moments to take care of yourself. Take a bath. Take a shower. Breathe in some steam from the stove. Like put some herbs inside the pot. And that's if you chose number 4. Put some herbs in the pot. You can add different types of leaves, like pine leaves. Pine needles are beautiful. They're very amazing in helping and healing. Then you can also add to that some of the, I would say a little bit of eucalyptus, not too much, because you have to be really careful, especially not with children. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to do eucalyptus with children because it's still considered somewhat of a poison. So if it's like steaming, you have to be really careful. Just like maybe like a half a leaf And so then you bring that to boil, and then you can breathe that in. You could add some lemon, you could add some different types of coriander and even ginger, and breathe in. I wouldn't suggest turmeric right now because they've been finding lead in some of the turmeric coming from India, so I wouldn't suggest that to everybody because I don't want to like go through the process of having to identify which companies and where from and all of the details of it. But I just told you semi, so you're welcome. So then you put a towel over your head. After you unboil it, you just turn it off. Then it's like calm. Then you put your towel over your head, and don't put your face on the pan. Okay, you just boiled it. Keep it about that high above it. You want to make sure that it's just a little towel, not like a big gaping towel, just like a little like hand towel. And then you put your hands up and you breathe in the steam. You don't want to completely cover your whole face. You don't want to burn yourself, or you don't want to overexpand your pores or bother your eyes or anything like that. You're just bringing in the steam where it can ventilate and you can breathe it in. So it's fresh air and steam air. It's very healthy. It's very strong. And then practice the breath work with that. And you'll notice some changes when it comes to calming and relaxing through the extremes. Because if you're working that hard on yourselves after getting like from the crossroads area, there's a huge relief that is present. So yay. It's so nice when we get through such hurdles, right? So it's number 4, all that hair. I have to look up at your messages. These two for real? Oh, I guess I'll use the other one to be their one. Interesting. So if you chose number 5, shows 3 of Swords and a reversed Queen of Cups. It shows that you're working through protecting yourself and those, and I see 3. So there's 3 candles and there's 3 swords. And there's a plus mark on the forehead, or a plus symbol. Interesting. Sun on the outfit. Wind in the sky. It shows through the storms that you've decided to hold close a very small amount of beings who you trust, who you hold close. And if something happened to you, they would care. And if something happened to them, you would be more than caring, because unlike them, they're the only ones that you have in that way. So it shows that has affected what you feel you could bring in. So you've somewhat, if you chose number 5 for the messages, you're someone who's working on heart healing through your trauma, and what you have to do to address that is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself enough to say, I am worthy. I'm ready to be loved. I acknowledge who I should trust and who I should not. When you go into a bubble, when you come out of that bubble, you're not the same as you were before you went in that bubble. Saying that you've learned, you've grown, and acknowledged that you're not just there waiting as prey. That you acknowledge signs, key signs that will point out who and what you're dealing with if somebody comes to propose themselves to be in your presence for more than just a little bit. Acknowledge you don't have to hug everybody. You could take baby steps. You could breathe through it. And if you don't want to deal with it, if you don't want to go out and be a social butterfly, you can do it online. Like, there's different options for you to try to step into a place where you're opening up and allowing yourself to experience others, not outside of the happy 3 or the trusted 3 amigos and loved ones. So it's really important to identify you are healed from that experience so much ready that you can actually help others now who have gone through those who are going through those experiences. If you by chance meet them in some way, some miracle brings you along their path, you've grown enough to uplift them too. And I feel like that's going to help you heal also. All right, I'm gonna sweep the cards, put them to their little places. That one's a sticker. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up. You like my little like a music corner. Thanks. Greetings. Thank you for like saying that, Alfredo. That's super loving. Merci for your messages. Aw. Toenails. Aw, that's super sweet. I actually painted them one day for some reason. I don't usually do that. My shoe size, between a 9 and a 9.5. I like 9.5 since I am on stage for multiple hours and I have to do a lot of events wearing heels sometimes, where just in case my feet swell or something, you know, like 9.5. But that doesn't usually happen unless I'm in them for like 10 hours. And they're like 5-inch heels or 6-inch heels or something. Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking of making high heel moccasins. They'll be so much more comfortable. I know, I love my dad. What are you talking about? My father's soul visits. My father transformed already. But his soul visits sometimes. And like, why would you mention my dad? Let's see. Aw, that's beautiful. Thank you, Joe, for communicating about Isha. Iswa, Yahshua, Yahshua. Some say Yahweh. My mom actually thinks that she calls my little one Yah, so because the first, like, it's actually spelled Ja, but my mom says Yah because she doesn't want to offend God, is what she said. She's so funny, so she calls my child Yah. So. But the chosen name is Levy, so the middle name's Amor. I actually wanted to do like symbols, like infinite light love, but they said Prince made it illegal to make your child's name a symbol, and at this moment I'm happy I didn't, because that would have been one little one wants that to be like that, but that would have been different, because like the teachers would be like, well, what am I supposed to say? Just like read the word. Rob. Oh, who are you telling that to? Someone's like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. I'd be honored to read your wife. That's super beautiful. I see that's somebody who loves their wife. It's beautiful to see. I love that. Thank you for that. I am now reading the chat. I didn't want to stop like in the middle of that whole thing, because then, you know, it would get different. It would be different. This way I can actually utilize the messages all in a solid, and then I could share them. Thank you. That's super nice. I'm glad you do. Yeah, this belt is pretty cool. It's from Brazil. It's like copper, brass, and then crystal being. I really enjoyed being blessed with that. I saw it like somebody was selling it for a lot, like a lot, and my bodyguard was with me, and I don't think he could hear what the lady was saying, but I gave her a reading. It just like she needed healing and reading and stuff, so I just kind of did it like I was walking through buying stuff, yeah. And then she's like, oh, anything you want, Faith, it's like 70% off. And I was like, and he's like, my bodyguard just started throwing out numbers, and then he just pulled out money and just handed her like $60 for something that costs like $850, and she just gave it because she needed the message. She actually was asking for it, and I brought it. It came in like wearing all white. I don't have fake lashes. These are real. I can't do that glue stuff. That's, ooh, that's too much. I wear, so my maquillage, my eyeliner, I call it maquillage because it's made of like roots and plants and like mountain. It's almost like the one from Yemen or from like Iran. It's called maquillage, which is like mountain ash. There's a mountain out there that they make the eyeliner, or they used to make the eyeliner from. Sure, it's different now since it's been blown up. So, um, yeah, so I get it from India. Mine is Ayurvedic plants, roots, very pure, and it runs though sometimes. Like it's like, oh, it gets like all over there. But it's healthy. It's better for my eyes, and my eyelashes actually grow with it, so it's nice. From 1678. Interesting. I remember that. I remember the 1600s. 1678 is like very like detailed. What's flamboyant? I don't even know what is that word, flamboyant? What is flamboyant? I'm gonna say I prefer not to be called flamboyant. Thank you. Welcome back. Oh, an interesting name. Oh, that's why your name is like that. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm not needy like that, but thank you. Can I take you home? My children don't like when I bring home strangers. Neither do I, really. Like, I have to know beings before they come in our home. I have daughters, you know, like, I have children. I have a mom who's in her 80s. Like, I have to protect my family as the head of the household. Can't just let strangers in, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Why cards? Because I was told to, because I made them. Like, I actually made my own oracle deck. That's called the activation oracle deck. So I put activation codes into them, like light. I did prayers at places like this one. I was praying for the water, for the oceans, to purify them because of the oil spills. And those are symbols, sigils for healing the waters and returning the waters. Oh, please don't call me that one. Not because I'm so tall and I'm like, doo-doo. Yeah, thanks. Somebody said you look like someone from the show Friends. Smelly cat. Let me go get my guitar. I'm just kidding. I don't have that right now. I did try the Pokemon game when it first came out. It was kind of like, it was fun. It was cute, but didn't keep our attention. Not even my kids. Because people were dying using it, so it just kind of took away the fun from it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't need cards to do readings right now, but I promised that I was going to come on and do these readings on multiple locations. So, wow, you're in New York. How's the weather? I was in Jersey for a bit there to experience some less teachings, I guess. I had some moments that I acknowledged the difference between New York and Jersey. And the clubs there were very different. I remember going into one of them and they weren't dancing. They were just kind of standing there drinking drinks. In San Francisco, they dance. But I usually perform, I'm usually on the stage or in the VIP, like the area for artists. So I don't have to go into the crowd the same, but they are wild out there. Like I tried walking through the crowd once and somebody had my hair wrapped underneath their arm when I was walking. And so then I had to learn how to like tuck it and then have like protection. Yeah, say I am worthy. I love that. I love being worthy too. It's so important. Saying I'm ready. I love myself. I'm worthy. Yes, for sure. Um, I'm giving messages today. I'm going to be on my other social media channels as well doing it. And I do sing. I'll come on later and do singing, probably like 3 a.m.-ish. But I'm doing this really quickly. Um, thank you. Thank you for your messages. I do. I sing a lot, yeah. Oh, I like you said Jehovah. It's a beautiful name too. There's so many names. And that's the cool part, is that it's not just one name. There's so many names in so many languages to honor and to worship. And it's so important to not segregate against each other just because you look different or you talk different or you have different practices. It doesn't say that you're not worthy to participate in the journey um, of praise and appreciation, love and acknowledgement and attunement to centering within a pureness of heart and a loyalty to not only yourself, but your purpose. We come in here with great purpose. I don't have neck pain. Oh, you're saying because of this necklace? It is kind of heavy. It's not as heavy as the one I had on earlier. It was this one and another one. That one was like, whoa. I was married. I was, yeah. Um, I allowed the being that I married at 18 um, to remarry after 17 years with somebody who ate and made food like McDonald's. And that's what that individual really wanted, was to feel like there was someone to hang out with. And I wasn't. With that individual, we were already separated, but we remained married because he didn't want me to make a mistake and marry somebody I shouldn't. So he stayed married to me. Um, he promised to protect me, and he did really well trying. So, yeah, he was a good guy. And the husband that I married at 18, we met each other 3 months before, and my dad was going to kill him if he didn't marry me. So we married, and we made babies, and they're precious to us. So, yeah, we did it. And we're cool. Like, we can talk to each other. Do I have many tattoos. I have so many tattoos. Yes, I have a lot. But I'm not going to sit here and show you all my tattoos. But thank you. Thank you. I try not to. I try to do very, very good. No, it's not a wig. It's my hair. It is very poofy right now because I haven't brushed it and I've been taking baths in oil. So I'm pretty much just like, yeah, I don't have to worry about it. I do untangle it though. Like I do this. Sometimes I sing while I do it, and I watch Korean, love romance shows. While I work on music, mixing and mastering. So I have like different things in between mixing and mastering. I have a lot of music that I work on and I've created, a lot of albums, lots of music. I'm like thinking about all the projects I have to keep doing. But I'm focusing on this today for a bit. So this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm not going to get distracted. All right, my loves, I'm going to go to my other channels. I have to. My feet don't smell like cheese. They smell beautiful, like anointed oils. Oh, your feet smell like cheese. Don't smell your cheese. Mine smell like flowers, like anointing oils. I bathe in sacred oils and flowers. Like I make tea baths. Do you know what a tea bath is? If you like pick flowers and then you put them all into a sock or cedar and you mix it together, just kind of squish it, and then you make the bath hot, hot, hot. So now it's a tea. And they squeeze it and it's super hot. And then you add the cold. And then you add the body. And now it's a tea bath. I add lots of salt and then oils. I make something called Heaven's Cures Enriched Salve oil. And I pour that in the bath too. It's amazing. And that's why it's so good for our hair. It's so good for our skin. Helps us heal quickly. So I love it. Abba, I don't even know what you're talking about. I apologize. It doesn't even show your picture though. What melons? I want some melon. I wish I could grow melon. I was starting to grow melon, and then something happened. Something happened. Something changed. The sun, for a moment, had went directly on that pot, and I was touring. When I came home, they were not as happy. So I've been repairing them. I have so many seeds. I'm so excited to plant them. I'm gonna do it in my bathroom. I have trees growing in there. I literally am growing a garden, like a forest in my bathroom. My mom was into that kind of stuff, and now I'm really I'm talking to them. I'm touching them, you look so beautiful. Look, you grew a new leaf. I've turned into that kind of a being now, and I've always loved them, but now I'm really acknowledging the importance of loving them because they grow so much faster. They look so much healthier. They don't look like others, and I'm proud of them. They even move around too. If you stand there and you watch them, they actually do things. The tree one that I have in there is very interesting. It was gifted by some professor who moved over to Mexico or New Mexico. I didn't do my nails like that. Only when I have to go to LA do I do my nails. And it costs way less than $70. I go to the beauty supply store, it only costs $7. And it's good. I'm part Chinese, I could say it like that. Tantra. What is the difference between Tantra and Eastern Tantra? I am an educator to help relationships. So I do teach Tantra, non-sexual Tantra, to married couples who forgot how to love each other, forgot how to connect to each other and be friends again. So I reintroduce them to each other. Their feet, just deep breath work, their hands, eye gazing, and breathing together. Certain sounds, I do certain frequencies, and then I sing through it and I help them bring in the intentions. I was asked to host a TV show for doing just that by somebody from the East Coast who has a kind of like Netflix but for spiritual television. And I was supposed to find a model to do the poses with me so they could just put it in the corner of the screen when when teaching that. And I couldn't really find anyone yet that I felt comfortable with because I'm already sensitive to touch. I'm so sensitive to touch. When I mentioned it to the others who seemed oh, maybe, because I think maybe a gay person would be okay, then they're not going to try and have sex with me in that moment. So, maybe I have a friend Christian who does yoga. I did yoga with him before on videos. I think I'm going to ask Christian to do that, and it's not going to be a sharing of energy the same way because we both acknowledge to respect ourselves and to respect each other. So it's not a draining experience, and I think that's why it took me so long to do that. So thanks for reminding me about that that job opportunity. I might do some more research and see if I feel like doing that. Otherwise, I have too much on my schedule, so they have to pay me really well to do something like that. Where am I from? My family birthed me in a place called Berkeley, California. And as a child, the home was in Oakland. I went to school in Castro Valley at a school that's 4 years ahead of other schools. It was preschool to high school. I went to other schools in middle school to high school, but I did the preschool up to middle school. So it was very nice. And then I graduated a year before my class, and I went straight to college, studied psychology and childhood development as well as childhood psychology. Oh my gosh, Jeff, you are going to have to put some cold packs. Jeff said that he got his braces with the headgear. Oh, that is so painful to go through. I had the headgear in 4th grade, and then it was for like probably like 2 weeks, maybe to a month. And during daycare, I went in and I found some needle nose pliers and some other tools in the kitchen at daycare, and I cut off the braces, like the metal in between. I cut them all off. So my mom came to get me. The wires were hanging out. It was just like, I was like, I'm done with them. Like I'm done with them. Like my teeth are straight. Like, what are you doing? Well, because you sucked your thumb since you were like till you were 4. They want to make sure that you have your jaw fixed. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. It was painful. Headgear was so painful that I, as a 4th grader, cut them off, cut off the braces wires, and then they took them off and they gave me a retainer. That's how that happened. That's how that went. I wasn't even playing with them anymore. What's my favorite Korean love story? There's one that has to do with like a girl, like a being. Her father said to bring her this cookbook, an ancient cookbook, a sweet love story cookbook. And it was the meals that she had prepared for the one who they had called the king then. And it was old, like, so she was in the plane flying to her dad, and there was a passage on it: when my true love reads this, then we will be side by side together again, something like that. And all of a sudden she appeared there in like the 18th century or something. And it was adorable. It was a love story. They got to know each other, and then eventually he was in the era, the time that she was after she had went back to the time that she was from, or the era that she was from. And then he appeared, that he came to find her, and so did her sous chefs from that era too. So it was a sweet story. I loved it, to the point where, because I love to make food, like I'm a organic vegan chef. I'm an organic chef, but I think it's fascinating, flavors and tastes, and to make meals for loved ones and to see them enjoy it. It's priceless. It's beautiful. I'm not hurting my neck. I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm like so tall. Are you talking about this? Okay, I do like a lot of poses, long poses. Thank you though. How much does what cost? Oh, I'm supposed to be making bracelets. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So I have like copper, and then I have these beads. I have hematite and tiger's eye that I'm utilizing. Happy Halloween. Oh, this isn't a Halloween costume. This is what I actually look like. That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye.